If you absolutely can't tolerate critics, then don't do anything new or interesting. I'm very proud of the culture that we have at Amazon, and I think of it as a gold standard culture for innovation and pioneering work. And the people, I work with these people who, they're missionaries for what they do. They are, if you're giving a great customer experience, the only way to do that is with happy people. You can't do it with a set of miserable people, watching the clock all day. I always talk about work-life balance, except I like to use the phrase work-life harmony rather than balance, because to me balance implies a strict trade, whereas I find that when I am happy at work, I come home more energized, I'm a better husband, a better dad, and when I'm happy at home, I come in and better boss and better colleague. You could be out of work and have terrible work-life balance. Even though you've got all the time in the world,
Right.
You could just feel like, oh my God, I'm miserable, and you would be draining energy. And so you have to find that harmony. It's a much better word. And I think for most people, it's about meaning. People want to know that they're doing something interesting and useful. And for us, because of the challenges that we have chosen for ourselves, we get to work in the future, and it's super fun to work in the future. It embraces a lot of change. We have to, because the internet is changing, the technologies that we use are changing. We operate at the intersection of technology and retail, both of which are highly competitive industries. But it's a really, for somebody who hated change, I imagine high tech would be a pretty bad career. It would be very tough, and there are much more stable industries. And so they should probably choose one of those more stable industries with less change, and they'd probably be happier there. That industry would be tough for me. So we're not all the same. And for me, a job that, for me, the job that would be the hard would be insurance claims adjuster, something, where I had the same job every day and it didn't change frequently. That would be hard. I'd do it, and I'd do it at a high quality level, but I wouldn't like it. It was fine being the second wealthiest person in the world. That actually worked fine. The thing I would much rather if they said inventor Jeff Bezos, or entrepreneur Jeff Bezos, or father Jeff Bezos. Those kinds of things are much more meaningful to me, and it's an output measure. If you look at the financial success of Amazon and the stock, I own 16% of Amazon. Amazon's worth roughly $1 trillion. That means that what we have built over 20 years, we have built $840 billion of wealth for other people, and that's great. That's how it should be. That kind of divine discontent comes from observing customers and noticing that things can always be better.